Yeah, I'm fucking ready. Let me give me.
Is that you telling yourself to chug?
Yeah.
Or were you saying chug to yourself?
Fuck yeah. Concrete. Hi, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the High Life.
Welcome back to the High Life.
I decided that this intro needed a lot more energy, and I have tons to spare, so it just works out really well. And all of that was completely improvised, which is just embarrassing, but also I can drink to that. And it's not with ranch dressing this time.
It's not. It's Mountain Dew. I'm terrified to drink this, to be completely honest. I've not had Mountain Dew in years.
It's not great. This is Mountain Dew. It's alright. Is that a Swisher Sweet?
It's Jewel Pods. You can smoke that.
It's Jewel. You can smoke that. Not trying to take anything from TMG, but like that's fucking the only thing that has kept my relationship together. I'm kidding. My relationship is fine, but that shit, literally, my boyfriend and I were about to piss ourselves laughing. He was like, "But that kid is so cute. Why you give her a Jewel Pod?"
You can smoke that.
You can smoke that. Do we have a topic that you want to talk about?
Currently, what I'm thinking about is weed. In me. Right now, preferably.
I'm gonna tell what I believe we were talking about while I roll my best friend a joint. Because my 19th birthday happened.
Yeah.
And I will update you on this story while I roll this joint, so it's just not completely silent.
It looks like a
piece of
green
shit.
Bean.
Yeah, I think it looks like a shit after Cold Stone Boo Batter ice cream. You heard about that? Turns your shit neon, whatever color. I have tons of burps for y'all tonight. Tons of burps for y'all tonight.
Yeah, which I go through and edit out.
Really?
I do.
Fuck! You're doing the editing. I was gonna call Worm the worst person ever for editing out my burps, but they do the editing.
I do the editing.
Yeah. Hey, baby! Oh, yay! We're at my house again.
Yeah, we are.
Which doesn't happen that frequently, but it seems like we always record the High Life when we're over here, and it's probably because there's literally nothing better to do. We watched Sexy Beast last time. Actually, last time, even though we weren't, like, really, really high, was super fun. I loved watching that. I love watching Sexy Beast. I'm not even gonna lie.
Sexy Beast is so good.
It's a good show. I wish they didn't have, like, so many super conventionally attractive people.
Everyone on the show is conventionally attractive,
but
except for some of the men.
Yeah. But
I'm also a lesbian.
Yeah.
All of the women are very attractive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. But I'm bi.
It's also hard to be an unattractive woman.
Yeah. Aw, baby, shuffling your shit around, you little dirty whore. God.
It is all just buried in that one spot.
She only shits in that one spot. I'm talking about my hamster, by the way. She is a blonde, long-haired Syrian hamster. Think like, if you've ever watched a Marbles ad, but like just all a light platinum blonde.
She's beautiful. I love her.
Yeah, she's getting close to, the end of her days. She's really fucking old.
She is old for a hamster.
Yeah, she's like 9 minutes old. I'm kidding. She's like 2 years.
She's 9 minutes old. She actually was just born, but I'm standing on her. So, I guess this is the end of her days.
What are you talking about?
I'm standing on your hamster right now.
She's fine.
She's fine.
No, it's fine. No, we're not going home. She's fine. Anyways. So, for my 19th birthday, my boyfriend took me to, like, an old town situation, like, with a main street, a bunch of, like, mom and pop shops, like, little things, like, really expensive boutiques, jewelry stores, like, but with cool, historical, colonial-ass architecture.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah, it's really cool. And, my boyfriend drove me up there, but we were in traffic, so it was, like, 45 minutes there. and I hate traffic. No offense to my boyfriend, but he's not. You'll never get in a car accident with him, but you don't ever really feel safe in the car, and that's coming from me as a person with a lot of anxiety based on driving. So it might just be me, but I don't really have that feeling with anyone else. Not even my dad, who is literally a very, very reckless driver. Been pulled over a lot for it. So, really anxious, and we get there, and one of the witch shops up there literally was run completely out of this person's house, and everybody that worked there looked like they were just hang out with their buddy, like they were having a party while they were opening their shop. Everybody was smoking up front, and then I go in, and then there's like a living room, but it's closed off with a register, but the room is covered in kids' toys, and it's fucking filthy, and then there's 2 iPad kids on the fucking floor.
Oh, God.
And the other side is, like, 2 tables, 2 shelves, with, like, a couple things on them, and then, like, even some of the things, and the stickers said, not for sale, just decorative, but they were, like, a lot more than what was even listed, and, I bought my offering bowl from there, and it was just kind of a weird environment, and, then we went down, and there was another one.
The bowl is very pretty, though.
It's a very pretty bowl. So we're gonna bring your toes.
No! My toes are mine.
Okay. 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 So that's what I'm gonna do to your toes. I'm gonna neuter your toes.
No!
I'm gonna cut them off right up the knuckle. So we walk into the next store, and the woman that owns the store won't let anybody touch anything. It's all displayed out, like, tons of crystals and tarot cards and stuff placed out. But, like, once again, tons of things are marked not for sale, and that's not that normal. And, like, she won't let anybody touch anything. If you want to see something, you have to, like, point to it, and she'll get out from behind the register, which is, like, the only way to enter the register is through a door, like, with a little hall to come out. And she would pick it up and bring it to the register for you to look at it, but if you didn't like it, like, she'd have to go put it back. It was kind of really
so
weird.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, and she just wouldn't stop talking. And, it sounded like she was just being kind of rude to everyone. And, like, maybe the store was about to close. I don't know. I don't think it was, but, like, maybe it was. Maybe she just wanted to go home. I completely understand that. But, like, it was, like, weird, you know? And so I'm feeling really tense. And, like, I go, oh, hey, baby, are you hungry? And he goes, oh, not really. Are you? But if someone asks me if I'm hungry, I can't say yes if they've just said no. Because then I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to go get food now. And my body will be like, oh, you're not hungry anymore. Like, the bitch it is. Fuck that shit. So, we were, like, kind of arguing about it. I was like, I feel like you're just undermining my anxiety. And he was like, no, do you want to go home? You could just go and smoke some weed. He knows me. And we can hang out, and we can watch TV, and we can order food. And I'm like, no, because you planned all this. And then I felt bad. And he was very, very, like, he didn't seem like he really cared. And I couldn't tell if he was angry, you know? I know now that he wasn't. He was just concerned because he was afraid that that he upset me because my dad used to take me to the Old Town situation. And he was afraid that it was, like, upsetting for me. He was really concerned. But I got an offering bowl, and we come home, and my mom's like, oh, hey, boyfriend didn't take you out. Everybody knows his name. TJ didn't take you out and get you dinner? And I was like, no, we weren't really hungry. It's like, oh, okay, well, what do you want to eat for dinner? We can order in. I was like, oh, I want Thai food. And she's like, okay, we can get Thai food. Here's the menu for the Thai food. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, okay, I know what I want from the Thai food. I want Penang curry, and this is what my boyfriend wants. And she's like, okay, we're not getting Thai food. We're gonna order from a sandwich shop. I don't eat sandwiches. That's just a lot of textures mixed all onto a bread that will get soggy from said textures. Mm-hmm. Not really into that. I like tacos. I like hot dogs sometimes. And they have to be like roasted on a grill, like sausage links rather than hot dogs. Like, I want a gourmet ass fucking hot dog. I don't want no Oscar Mayer shits. A bratwurst? Fuck. I can't stand hot dogs, though. I know what that's made of, and that's not an animal. That's for sure. Soylent Green is made of people.
Huh?
Soylent Green is made of people.
Okay.
I'm speaking in tongues.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I'm kidding. Soylent Green is made of people. It was like this thing, and it was like they were feeding all these. It was a movie. You've just got Weezered. Ooh wee ooh.
Ooh wah ah ah ah.
I'm gonna be 1,000 years, it seems. Got to open my eyes to everything. Don't let me die. Bring me to life. Wake me up and die. Come on. Wait, please cut this part out.
Okay. I probably would have anyway.
Hey, that's not nice. Are you saying I can't sing?
No.
I can't. That's why they didn't like me in choir. Because my voice sounds like nails on a chalkboard. I'm like the Amelia Bedelia of choir.
I loved Amelia Bedelia.
I'm the Amelia Bedelia of choir. I cannot. You told me to do one thing, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, this is what I'm the Todd Chavez of choir.
I love Todd.
I'm the Todd Chavez of choir.
Nothing.
Okay. So.
I just be feeling.
Okay.
You know
I be shitting. Shout out to viewer Brad on Twitter. I've been informed that they do not, in fact, have asthma. No asthma. I made that assumption based on the millions of other problems that they have, including a peanut allergy. Haha, get fucked.
Yeah.
My boyfriend has a peanut allergy. He can get fucked too.
Yeah, I don't know why this bitch keeps dating people with peanut allergies.
I don't know, but it's not just a peanut allergy.
Vegetarian, so.
Oh well, I honestly vegetarian food kind of smacks sometimes. It depends. They make some good.
That's like basically the voluntary equivalent of a peanut allergy.
Yeah, well, teacher doesn't just have a peanut allergy. It's all nuts.
I mean, that's a lot of people who have peanut allergies are allergic to most nuts.
Not Brad. Not viewer Brad. And thanks for watching, Brad. Thanks for watching. Only confirmed viewer that has confirmed through me. Everybody else is worms people.
Hi, Kaylee.
My own boyfriend doesn't watch my fucking podcast, unlike your boyfriend who does watch your podcast.
Kaylee. Hey. I know for a fact that you're gonna see this, and you're probably gonna message me the second you hear this. Hey.
Fuck you, TJ. Watch my fucking podcast. He doesn't have enough time in the day. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. He has school, and he not like high school, like college.
Kaylee has school and work and theater.
Can I have a Kaylee too?
No.
Okay.
Mine.
A friend.
L.
Kaylee as friend. I need attention.
Yeah.
I need attention from Kaylee. Okay, Kaylee, please. I'm in a relationship with a cis straight man. I don't think he's ever felt love in his life. He has, but he doesn't really show anything. I don't think has any expressions that aren't based on a soundboard in his brain. He's adorable, though. He's wonderful.
He's a great of a soundboard.
Yeah, he is. Does have a... Fuck, the ants got it already. Shit.
What?
My drink. Fuck. Do you not like it?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
There's just no ants in it.
It's a little lumpy, but it's okay.
That's what my dick looks like.
Lumpy?
But it's okay.
Mine's apparently crafted out of iron from back in my middle school days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I
need to find that guy.
I have to find that guy.
Mm-hmm. I need him. If he's, I know for a fact that he probably does partake because he's friends with my buddy Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that guy partakes, and if that guy partakes, we need him as a guest on the High Life because that'll be the most interesting thing in the world. I swear to God, that kid, that's like his 5th reincarnation. He is the embodiment of wisdom. That boy.
So I feel like a good topic that can be I'm gonna kill you. A good topic that we can discuss while smoking this is our discussion from last night, which is why the fuck do doppelgangers exist?
Mm-hmm. And I think that you should give your really philosophical explanation because I do believe that you have a fair point, but I just think my point just happens to be stronger, and you should start off strong and then end with a bang.
So basically what you're saying is I'm wrong.
No, I'm saying that you're right. I'm just saying that my answer is better for the people with anxiety. They'd like to hear it after getting a mind fuck.
So, I was talking to my dad about this the other day, and it was, like, really fucking with me, because it was, like, 5 in the morning, I was really high, I wasn't expecting my dad to be awake. He was fucking playing Uno on his PS4, I think.
With who?
Fucking AI. He's
Poor
just,
guy.
he's on an Uno kick. And I can't blame him. Uno's fun.
Uno is fun. I'm sure I can get TJ to play Crazy Eights with us on our iMessage games.
But I was thinking about it and thinking about the fact that doppelgangers exist and that there are people throughout the entire world that look like one another and, like, aren't related whatsoever, aren't even from the same country, speak different languages.
Mm-hmm. And, like, it's confirmed, at least by science, that there's at minimum 7 people out there that look like you.
So, like, doppelgangers are the one thing that make me almost believe in a god. Because if everything is, like, complete happenstance, then how is, like, an infinite amount of people so lazy? Like, there has to be, like, some presets, man.
Yeah. He's like, I like the way that this face looks.
Mm-hmm.
What if I make a couple more of that, just to be sure?
I'm just gonna copy and paste a sim real quick.
Like, maybe change the hair color or eye color, but overall face shape.
Drop them across
like I do
the
with
world.
my sims. And then I said, after you told me this not awful, but, like, awfully long philosophical, like, over, like, an Instagram direct message video, this conversation that we had, I just sat there listening, and then I said, yeah, God makes a few of us, like how Mattel makes multiple of a different kind of Barbie doll.
We're God's Barbies.
We're God's Barbie dolls.
I don't even believe in God, but we're God's Barbies.
Yeah. I think I like the concept of a higher power, like, sculpting us, like, out of clay. And, like, kind of like how in that episode of Adventure Time, where Finn gets that sack of, like, little people that are, like, the versions of his friends. And he can kind of control their surroundings. But otherwise, they have pretty free will. I like to think that that's what God's like. Like, he's just kind of watching us, observing us. Like, oh, okay, well, that person does that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go and pay attention to this guy now. He's just a kid with a really big playroom. Giant dollhouse. I'm God's Barbie doll.
You are.
Maybe one that's a little dusty he forgot about. He's left me to rot here.
You were the doll that my cousin ripped the head off of.
We need to find a name for her, and I think my first vote would be Clementine.
Interesting.
I think it suits her. I think Clementine fits.
I was thinking Matilda.
And I think Matilda, let me make that fucking fan let me make it float. Stranger Things. Oh! I think, like, telepathic Matilda.
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Matilda.
Matilda over 11?
Mm-hmm.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I agree. Matilda, like, got it on the spot. She was lifting things, like, flipping children through the air, like, controlling multiple objects at once. She had it mastered, like, the second she figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Elle had practice, and she still could barely even flip a truck.
Yeah, and, like, her nose bleeds.
Mm-hmm.
Loser.
She passes out. We're rocking with Matilda because Matilda's rocking with us.
Yeah.
And Matilda has something that 11 doesn't. Danny DeVito.
I hate Danny DeVito.
I love him!
I hate him because I had a nightmare about him.
He looks like a little monkey man to me.
I had a very vivid nightmare that
Danny
included Danny DeVito. And I have it written down in my notes. We talked about it previously.
I don't
but it's
remember
gone
it.
now. Danny DeVito was my uncle, and he assaulted me.
I'm sorry for laughing.
No, it's fine. It's hilarious. But what the fuck? And now I can't watch anything with Danny DeVito in it because I'm like, oh my god.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to watch anything either. I just think he looks weird and it freaks me out, and I think it's funny. But that's a completely valid reason for you to not like Danny DeVito.
I think he'd be mean to me.
But from what I've heard, he's a good guy. Like, when Matilda's mom she had cancer, and she was not doing too hot while Matilda was filming. And so he got a express copy sent to her so she could watch it in the hospital.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
He just scares me.
And he would help the girls with school and stuff while they were, like, filming and shit. Like, the kids. So your doppelganger thing made me think about a topic that we have, in our notes app. So we have a shared notes app that if anybody found, we'd be screwed, because it has all of our fucking passwords in it.
It does.
It's a shared notes app. Not that it's like anything important. Like, we're a pretty small podcast. We have a couple people who like our content who aren't our friends.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it would just be unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no. But anyways, we have a notes app, and I thought that the doppelganger thing would be good to talk about. Another topic, which is the conspiracy theories.
I think it's done.
Okay. We can use it in a bong later. I have a couple in there that are use it in a bong later. So conspiracy theories and urban legends, and I think that it would be fun if we found out some of Virginia's conspiracy theories and urban legends, considering that we have a little bit of the Appalachian Mountains, which have a lot of shit going on. And I would like to talk about some of my favorite conspiracy theories, urban legends, such as the stairs in National Forest that are just there, and the not deer, which really, really freaked me out, and skinwalkers. And I had a white ginger boyfriend who, when we were outside at night, we would go skateboarding, he would whistle after I told him
It was like, just don't whistle. You'll be fine. Just to fuck with me. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? That's great.
I'd lose my mind.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm going home. If you want to stay out here, you can. I can't guarantee that you will live, but have fun.
That's some natural selection shit.
Yeah, I would tell him. I literally said that. I went, that's natural selection. I'm going home. And I skated home as fast as I could. So, the fucking knot deer. The first time that I heard about the knot deer was through fucking TikTok, believe it or not. Like, early TikTok. Like, I know...
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so a knot deer is a deer that is like kind of a skinwalker thingy, where its legs, like they are bent backwards and they look kind of wrong, and it's essentially like a predator version, and its legs break and it'll stand on its hind legs and chase after you and fucking kill you. And they really freak me out. And who's seeing me? TJ? Okay. So we're gonna talk about that, because here I will show you. Your fucking computer sounds like it's about to explode. So this is an artist rendition of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. See?
I don't. Deers in general, like, they already kind of freak me out.
Yeah, unless they're babies, they're kind of cute.
Yeah, baby deer are adorable. And adult deer are also adorable. They just scare me because they're huge and will break your car.
Yeah. So, the knot deer are in the Appalachian Mountains, which we aren't necessarily in, but very, very close to. We're very close to the Appalachian Mountains. Do you remember that episode of Gravity Falls where it was that guy that would stand behind the trees and, like, break into he'd shape into the shape of the trees and just follow Dipper?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that we're looking at here. They make a clicking sound.
I very automatically hate everything.
Like,
yeah, no, I don't
very
like
jerking
that.
movements. So, and there has proven, like, medically, or at least theoretically medically, that this can contribute to a strain of chronic wasting disease, or like mad cow disease.
Oh no, I think I have heard of this, because isn't it like something to do with the manure being like washed into the water and then like affecting the shit that the deer are eating?
Kinda, yeah. But they essentially are rabid. But they are a cryptid, but also, I believe, might be a tribal thing. Like, it might be an indigenous folklore thing. I'm not sure. But there is a real-world explanation for them as well. But they are a cryptid.
So, I have one. I'm so glad I was able to find this. Mm-hmm. This is just in, like, a random... It's like 9 Virginia.
Oh my god, things. I think I know what. I had a book about this.
But, alright, so I grew up literally right by this. I've gone through this tunnel multiple times. But it's called the Bunnyman Bridge.
I hate the Bunnyman Bridge. That was the one that freaked me out so bad when I was a kid.
I grew up right next to this. My dad told my cousin and I, while we were very little, the story, and then drove us through it.
He's such an asshole. It's such a Ben thing. That is a one black coffee. One black coffee.
What were they chanting?
McDonald's.
It was just that. Okay, yeah.
McDonald's.
One black coffee. Hi, I'm Chip Mulaney. I'm your father.
Beetle!
But then we made it a thing. We would drive through it, and while we were driving through it, and it's actually, because driving through it, it is the width of one lane, but cars will go up both ways. So when you're going through it, we'll roll down the windows and just scream.
Mm-hmm.
So no one hits us.
Yeah.
It's weird. Alright, so the Bunnyman Bridge. I'm just reading an article on it right now, which is, remember that episode of Friends when Joey gets so scared reading The Shining that he has to keep the book in the freezer? Suffice it to say, if my laptop would fit in the freezer, that's where it would be right now. I've seen several versions of this story over the years, but the one that gets me every time goes a little something like this. In 1904, a recently closed asylum prison in Clifton was transporting inmates to a new facility when one of the transport buses overturned in Fairfax. One of the passengers were killed, but 10 escaped. All but 2 were found, Douglas J. Griffin and Marcus Walster. Soon after, locals began finding the remains of hundreds of skinned, half-eaten rabbits hanging from the trees. When Walster's body was found, was eventually discovered with a crude homemade hatchet in hand hanging at the Fairfax Station Bridge. Officials believed they had found their culprit and the dead bunny rampage would stop. No such luck. In the years that followed, dead rabbits appeared periodically, as the legend tells. An unspecified number of bodies have been found hanging at the bridge every Halloween. The approximate time of the crash. Most often, the victims were teenagers looking for a haunt at what is now known as the Bunnyman Bridge. The last reported incident was in 1987, but if you know more, please let me know, especially if you have proof that this is just an elaborate legend meant to scare off weak-kneed wimps like me.
There's no way that guy's still alive.
Oh, no. No. He'd be, like, over 100 years old now.
Yeah. So, that was... My mom had this book when I was a kid, like when I was just starting to learn how to read, about all of Virginia's, like, scariest places.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to read it all the time, and it would scare the shit out of me.
I'm looking for another version of it.
I have
that's
one.
More similar to what I heard, which was more like people murdery.
Yeah, I heard that he killed a bunch of people.
Ooh, there's even a Wikipedia page on it.
Oh my god.
Fairfax County, Virginia. What a shock. Fuck Fairfax, man. By the way, fuck Fairfax.
Yeah, fuck
Fairfax is just rich for... Nope. Fairfax is just rich Woodbridge, and they think that they're better than everyone. They're not. You know, who else thinks they're better than Woodbridge? Alexandria. Are they? Maybe.
No.
No. Fuck Alexandria as well.
You know what? I'm gonna say something controversial yet brave. Lovedale City. Sorry, my nanny grew up there. I love Dale City. My nanny was the leader of the Daylights.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her kids were in it. They had their own marching band, bitch. My nanny and my nanny and no, not my nanny. Maybe my nanny. My nana and all of my nanny's children went to Garfield High School.
Oh my fucking Garfield? Yeah. I know a lot of people who went to Garfield.
My church was in Garfield High School.
In the high school?
We used the auditorium.
Alright, here's the Wikipedia of the Bunnyman. Fairfax County Public Library historian archivist? Yeah, archivist? I don't know.
Archivist sounds
Brian A. Conley extensively researched the Bunnyman legend. He has located two incidences of a man in a rabbit costume threatening people with an axe. The vandalism reports occurred 10 days apart in 1970 in Burke, Virginia.
Oh, I'm sorry, High Life. I'm just trying to find my vape. I'm sorry, High Life.
I'm sorry, High Life. Where's my jewel? So not cool.
Where's my jewel?
The first incident was reported the evening of October 19th, 1970 by U.S. Air Force Academy.
Tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Spooky. Ooh, that's in half an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Oh, funny believe.
By U.S. Air Force Academy cadet Robert Bennett. Benet. So close.
John Benet Ramsey. Oh, 3 questions I have to ask.
And his fiancée, who were visiting relatives on Guinea Road in Burke.
Oh, I know where that is.
Around midnight, while returning from a football game, they reportedly parked their car in a field on Guinea Road to visit an uncle who lived across the street from where the car was parked. As they sat in the front seat with the motor running, they noticed something moving outside their rear window. Moments later, the front passenger window was smashed, and there was a white-clad figure standing near the broken window. Bennett turned the car around while the man screamed at them about trespassing, including, "You're on private property, I have your tag number." As they drove down the road, the couple discovered a hatchet on the car floor. When the police requested a description of the man, Bennett insisted he was wearing a white suit with long bunny ears. However, Bennett's fiancée contested their assailant, sure, did not have bunny ears on his head, but was wearing a white capirot. Oh.
What?
A white one of those, that's the KKK, baby.
Oh my god. No,
that's the KKK, baby.
That's believable.
That is so oh my god, that's so much worse.
Yeah.
It being just a clan cookout.
Oh my god, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Bro, oh my god, no, that's so much worse.
Oh my god, I hate this state.
Oh my god.
Oh, I hate this state.
They both remembered seeing his face clearly, but in the darkness they could not determine his race. The police returned the hatchet to Bennett after examination. The second reported sighting occurred on the evening of October 29th, 1970. When construction security guard Paul Phillips approached a man standing on the porch of an unfinished home in Kings Park West on Guinea Road. Phillips said the man was wearing a gray, black, and white bunny costume and was about 20 years old, 5 feet 8 inches, weighed about 175 pounds. That's just describing my father. Not in 1970, though. He was not alive.
No.
The man began chopping at a porch post with a long-handled axe, saying, "You are trespassing. If you come any closer, I'll chop off your head." The Fairfax County Police opened investigations into both incidences, but were eventually closed for lack of evidence. In the weeks following the incidences, more than 50 people contacted the police claiming to have seen the Bunny Man. Several newspapers, including the Washington Post, reported that the Bunny Man had eaten a man's runaway cat. The Post articles that mentioned this incident were, and then some links. In 1973, Patricia Johnson at the University of Maryland College Park submitted a research paper that chronicled precisely 54 variations of the two incidences.
I'm just still freaked out that it's the Bunny Man is more likely to be a Klansman than it is.
Yeah, no, that freaks me out so much more than just like a creep in a bunny costume.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever going to look at the story the same way.
I know, no, that genuinely changes everything.
It went from, like, creepy urban legend to, like, reality, and it's really thrown me for a loop.
You know what? Alright.
I hate that it's reality.
I went to, if you have been to Richmond, Virginia, you know about, like, VCU. VCU has an art museum.
Yeah.
That's, like, relatively new.
Yeah.
I went there a year or so ago. Actually, probably more than a year ago. And it was great. All of the exhibits were great.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
The atmosphere was great. They had gender-neutral bathrooms, which made me very happy.
Yeah, a lot of the bathrooms down there do.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
there's a ton of gender-neutral bathrooms in Richmond. But, there was an exhibit there, which was, like, genuinely, like, 7-foot-tall clans outfits, but in different expensive fabrics. And I can't remember, like, what the meaning of it was. I was too, like, caught off guard and freaked out by, like, their existence in front of me to, like, read the description and stuff of it. But it was, one, like, structurally beautiful and also terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, having, like, these creatures, like, in front of me and, like, knowing what they stand for and shit. It was so freaky.
Like, what fabrics would you say, like,
Let me see if you have any more stories you can tell one while I'm trying to find this.
I have a, like, creepy urban legend, and I remember the first time that I literally had this story read to me. The first time, I heard it, and I had to stay awake and go to school the next day because I was terrified. And as I was walking down the hallway to the person that read it to me, I can see that they hadn't slept either. And we were pretty young, so that's probably why it terrified us so much. But it's a story from a person who is like a park ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the last story of the list. The other ones are interesting, but, like, not as creepy as this one. This is the last one I'll tell, and it's probably the weirdest story I have. Now, I don't know if it's true, and hold on, I need to find out what that stands for. I'll wait it out. Search and rescue. It's search and rescue unit. I don't know if this is true in every search and rescue unit, but in mine, it's sort of an unspoken regular thing we run into. You can try asking about it with the other search and rescue officers, but even if they know what you're talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point, we've gotten so used to it that it doesn't even seem weird anymore. On just about every case where we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles, at some point, we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like you took the stairs out of your house, cut them out, and put them in the forest. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer told me not to worry about it, that it was normal. Everyone I asked said the same thing. I wanted to go and check them out, but was told very empathetically I should never go near any of them. Just ignore them now, when I run into them, because it happens so frequently. But there were, like, other really, really creepy things, too, in this entire thread, and it was, like, one of the first, like, r/no sleep things that I read freak me the fuck out. It's, like, a really popular one, too.
It was super easy for me to find the artist that I was looking for. This was in 2018. Which is, the artist is Paul Rucker, who is a contemporary artist from Baltimore. And this is, that's him with some of the robes that he's made in the background. And it's Baltimore-based multimedia artist Paul Rucker is on a mission. With Storm in the Time of Shelter, his installation at the newly opened Institute for Contemporary Art in Richmond, Virginia. That's where it was at. He aims to show the Ku Klux Klan is not a shameful relic from a distant racist past, but a harmful force that has a systematic impact on U.S. society and institutions. With hate groups more visible lately and nativist rants spewed all too frequently, Rucker is being recognized for sounding a warning about a toxin that has long tainted American culture. In 2017, he was awarded a Big Word Fellowship.
Let me see.
It's like a person name, I think.
Guggenheim?
Yeah, for sure. Bunch of other stuff about him. Yeah, it says the Ku Klux Klan robe was intended to disguise the wearer and be intimidating. Birth of a Nation by Paul Rucker in 2015, so that's some more of his stuff.
It's so interesting.
So Rucker's Storm in the Time of Shelter pries open viewers' minds by throwing open the Pandora's box that is the ongoing legacy of slavery. His installation includes 50...
Mosquito.
Thank you, you saved me.
I don't know, he was still on you.
He should be dead now.
Okay, good. I don't know where he came from.
I rubbed my armies together. His installation includes 52 life-size mannequins representing Klansmen garbed in gorgeous fabrics of satin, camouflage, or Kenti?
Let me see.
Kent?
I think the first one.
I don't know. Cloth. With their towering hoods and flowing robes, the figures are beautiful, intimidating, and sinister. The patterned fabrics, Rucker told me, normalize the figures, suggesting they are not exotic aliens, but could be our neighbors in disguise. He said he wanted to share that he learned about the Klan's ideology because its influence continues sewn into the very fabric of white American culture. It... Genuinely, I look this up so you can look at some of this. But that's
God.
All of them. That's the stance that they have.
Oh my God.
And
I see the feeling exactly what you mean.
I'm like not even shoulder to them walking through this, like staring up at them. That's terrifying. Like, and the fact that
the fabric is gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
I'm so conflicted.
And horrifying. Yeah, no, it definitely did exactly what it was supposed to. Like, that's some, like, looking at it, like... God, I don't know why that picture is such poor quality. Oh, God, he's also made children.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, look at that with, like, the backlighting.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine walking into a room.
There we go. That's the picture I was looking for. That.
That's what you walk through?
Uh-huh.
Terrifying. I hate it, but I like
so
that.
Good.
I appreciate the artist.
That is so good.
I can't imagine all the work. That would take fucking forever.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm impressed. A little disgusted. But I am impressed. Intimidated.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I genuinely recommend, like, if you hear this, like, going and looking into that artist and, like, that specific piece. It's so good.
Alright, I'm reading some of the apparent urban legends of the Appalachians, because we are close to some of them. They're a very big mountain range, so we have a little bit of them. Mothman, the Flatwoods Monster, Bigfoot, Brown Mountain Lights, and the Bell Witch. I know about the Bell Witch. My mom tells me about the Bell Witch all the time. My mom hates going through the Bell Witch area. So, I don't give a shit about Bigfoot. Everybody knows about Bigfoot. Fuck Bigfoot. The Brown Mountain Lights are in the dark skies above Brown Mountain, North Carolina. Eerie ghost lights have been spotted in the night sky for over a century. To many eyewitnesses, the lights appear as glowing orbs that hover in the sky above the mountain before suddenly disappearing or soundlessly exploding. The first reported sighting of the Brown Mountain Lights was in 1913 by a fisherman who claimed to see odd red lights dancing above the horizon. Sightings continued, and in 1922, the U.S. Geological Society investigated, determining the Brown Mountain Lights were really just the headlights of cars or passing trains. But a major flood in 1916 changed that theory. The raging waters washed out roads and mountains and took out power for several weeks, but the Brown Mountain Lights were still spotted in the night sky. They've been on an episode of The X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
Their popular Native American folklore says that a bloody battle between the Cherokee and Catawba. I don't want to mispronounce it. I'm going to try my best, and someone can correct me if I am incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
I am open to criticism. Catawba tribe took place on the mountain. Many lives were lost. The lights, claim the legend, are the ghost of grieving women still searching the mountainside for bodies of fallen warriors. That's kind of sad.
I mean, fuck, one of the biggest, like, urban legend, folklore things of American history is Virginia.
Jamestown?
Yeah.
No, not Jamestown. What is it? Fucking Roanoke.
Yes, Roanoke.
Jamestown came after Roanoke because, ooh, I fucked up. Make a new one. I fucked up.
What?
Jamestown came after Roanoke because they fucked up with Roanoke.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
They think it's just naturally occurring mountain gases are coming out and just, but I think it's just something supernatural. We have Mothman in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It was like right next door. I've driven through Point Pleasant.
I want to see the Mothman statue so bad.
Me too. He has a great ass. I want to
He
grab
does.
it.
He's
I will
so
lick
thick.
that ass.
Please, you'll get so many diseases.
Probably. So we have the Mothman. Everybody knows about the Mothman. He's far more interesting than Bigfoot, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if he's anywhere other than Point Pleasant. The Moon-Eyed People. The Moon-Eyed People.
Eyes are the size of the moon.
Good 'cause you can, so you do.
Feeling so good.
This is the way that we do when it's not in the afternoon. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out where exactly these are. The Moon-Eyed People. So it's according to Cherokee legend. Long ago, before the Cherokee moved into the Smokies, there was a race of small bearded white men who lived in the mountains. According to author Julia Montgomery Street, whose tale of this mysterious race is displayed in the Cherokee County Historical Museum. The men possessed all the land from the Little Tennessee River to Kentucky, with a line of fortification from one end of their domain to the other. The men who lived in rounded log cabins had large blue eyes and fair white skin, were sunblind during the day, emerging from their homes only at night to hunt, fish, wage war, and build their fortifications. Because they could only see in the dark, the Cherokee called them the Moon-Eyed People.
Mm.
Some believe they were descendants of a small group of Welshmen who came to America long before the Spanish and settled in the Smoky Mountains around 1170. As legend goes, the Moon-Eyed People eventually abandoned their home, or were driven from it, and traveled west, never to be seen again. So, whether a small blue-eyed race of sun-blind white men once inhabited the Blue Ridge long before Europeans are known to have discovered American remains. Discovered.
Mm-hmm. Quote,
discovered.
unquote.
There were people here before you. Think about that. Think about whose land you're on. It's not yours, bitch. It's the people who were here before you.
Amen.
Anyways, back to the topic. But the legend continues to live on. And here is my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the one that freaks my mother out the most. Which is weird, considering now she's a witch. I'll need to get her opinion on this again. But she used to be very scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Bell Witch haunting.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a BuzzFeed Unsolved or a Watcher video on the Bell Witch haunting. John and Lucy Bell were farmers who settled in Adams, Tennessee around 1803. They lived peacefully on their land until 1817, when the family began experiencing odd and unexplainable occurrences in their home.
Odd and explainable.
I'm sorry, I stuttered. They began hearing noises such as scratching, knocks on the walls, and chains being dragged across the floor, says Pat Fitzhugh, an author and historian who has written 2 books about the events that occurred on the Bell farm. Over time, the noises became more intense and more frequent, and the Bell's 2 daughters began complaining of something trying to pull at their bed covers and pinch them while they slept. For over a year, the Bells remained silent about the strange events taking place in their home. Worried about what the members of their church might think, but the harassment wouldn't stop, and John Bell finally confided to one of his neighbors about the strange incidents in his home. His neighbor came over and experienced the same kind of disturbances. Before long, people all over the east and southeast knew about it. People were going to the Bell farm, looking for it, harassing the family.
Mm-hmm.
And a poltergeist received the name Kate after it claimed to be the witch of a local lady named Kate Batts. When John Bell died, Kate took credit, insisting she had poisoned him because he was a bad man. I was hearing a weird noise and it was freaking me out, but it was the fan.
Oh.
They never really found out what actually happened to the Bell Witch, though. Which is kind of sad. Another UFO sighting. I don't really care about the UFO sighting.
I don't care about the UFs.
Fuck you.
Oof.
Do you have any more little urban legends? I want to get your dad to tell that story.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as I remember it, it's really kind of freaky. And I can tell you what I remember. But I think it would be best hearing it from the man himself.
Mm-hmm. The man, the myth, the legend.
So, a brief synopsis is that Worm's father, we were all really high, sitting around in the sunroom of Worm's house. I think Worm was kind of passed out, and their dad told me that when he was a kid...
Did I take a nap on the floor?
I think so at one point. When he was a kid, he would be asleep, and he'd wake up in the middle of the night at the same time, and there would be this, mask hanging on his wall. And then when he'd wake up in the morning, it'd be gone. And sometimes he'd go to sleep, and it wouldn't be there. And he'd be like, oh, well, I guess the mask is in my sister's room. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
But the mask was somewhere else in the house for that night. And if he'd sleep in the living room, sometimes the mask would be in there. If he slept in the living room and walked into his room, if he dared, it wouldn't be in his room after that. And, only after he left that house, apparently, he stopped seeing the mask. And I think that freaks me out.
I don't like that.
I know, dude. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that, but it is very creepy. Maybe it was just Corey fucking with it.
Goat Man!
Do we have Goat Man?
Goat Man!
Do we have
Goat Man is Maryland.
Really?
Goat Man is Georges County, Maryland.
We're so close to Goat Man.
Goat Man, Goat Man, Goat Man.
We're so close.
The DMV has all of the animal men. Maryland, Goat Man.
Mothman.
Virginia, Bunny Man.
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia, Mothman.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the Jersey Devil, but that's kind of upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have the Jersey Devil. We have other exciting things in Virginia.
Fuck Virginia, bro.
We do have a lot of legends, though.
I'm trying to see where this is. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. Oh, I think this one is Maryland, too. I want Virginia.
The only one they have is fucking Bunny Man.
I know. It's just like showing me Bunny Man over and over again. And I'm like, I know. I'm aware.
Okay, I found a couple. There's one in Occoquan.
Mm-hmm.
The Loft Gallery, I just saw, by the way, features intricate wood creations and impressionist paintings from George Jones III and Susan Norman, respectively, though paranormal activity also appears to be on display. Since opening in 1986, featured artists have described seeing a glowing mist floating through the gallery.
Is this the Occoquan Inn?
No, it's the Loft. It's the Loft Gallery.
Mm.
Why? Are you reading about that?
There's also an Occoquan Inn.
Oh.
I mean, fuck, all of Occoquan is haunted, and I can tell you that for a fact right now.
There's no fucking doubt about it.
That place
I get bad vibes.
It's scary. Like, genuinely, it's scary. I love it. It's scary.
There are several people that I walked by, and I swear to God that like TJ didn't acknowledge them at all, and I thought that they weren't real. But as we know, I see ghosts, so not too out of the ordinary for me. People like paintings have been flying off the walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in Manassas. Oh, because of Manassas. The Old Town Inn in Manassas.
Mm-hmm.
The area's history is far less friendly, having hosted the Civil War's first Battle of Bull Run. Confederate spirits are rumored to still haunt certain historic landmarks, the Old Town Inn being one of them, due to its 19th century architectural influences and close proximity to Manassas National Battlefield Park. A spirit by the name of Miss Lucy has been known to taunt, trick, and even levitate guests in rooms 50, 52, and 54.
Okay, Queen.
Old Town Inn employees say Miss Lucy is a playful spirit from the Civil War era who's only trying to have some fun. I have a couple stories from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I grew up right on Aquia Creek in my nanny's house. They were the first people to go and claim that land. It was all sand, so they had to shovel out all the sand, and then they put a lot of dirt down and left the trees so that they could overgrow into the new soil, and it worked. Beautiful forest there. And other people followed suit after that, but my family owns that land. The damn street's named after them. And my nanny lived down there, and she has this huge front yard with there's a fountain that doesn't really work. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't in the middle, and there was like oh yeah, she has a little cage rage right now, but every time I try to rearrange it, she fixes it and makes it back to the original thing. So I think she's just here to be pissed off.
She's just so tiny.
Yeah. That's her pissed off look right there. She's angry, and I don't know about what. I've given her all that I can. I've cleaned her cage. I've rearranged things. She's still angry. I guess she could use more space, but I don't have. I'd have to figure that out. I don't really have the money for that right now. I'm waiting for that Petco sale where it's like $1 a gallon. Get like a 40-gallon tank. She'd love that. Anyways, so my nanny's yard is really big, and there's a huge forest surrounding it, and a small clearing to a dirt road that goes through the back way of all of these houses, because it was easier for my family to do construction.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's also the hunting road for everybody now. Anyways, so my mom is outside smoking a cigarette. We had just moved back from New Orleans. And I'm inside with my nanny, and I think I'm asleep. Maybe I'm not asleep. Or maybe I'm back home, which is like literally at the end of that dirt path.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's smoking a cigarette, and her car's parked outside. And I think her friend Allie from New Orleans is with my nanny inside. And she just looks up, and there's a guy walking towards her. And she said that it looked like he had been cut out of like an old-timey movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like gray.
Mm-hmm.
A little bright. Like he didn't look like he belonged there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked out of place. He didn't look like the lighting didn't look right for him to be at that time of night. And it just... as he got closer, she realized he was wearing a Confederate soldier's uniform. And when we would be playing out there, we'd find bullets from the Civil War everywhere. Even when we were fishing, we'd find them. And so she threw her cigarette on the ground, stomped it, came inside screaming about the ghost, woke everybody up in the house. And then she's like, Allie, we need to go. And Danny was like, Jamie, there ain't no such thing as ghosts. You really God saves every soul has a place for him. Then why would he leave anybody here? Ain't no such thing as ghosts. Trying to comfort her. My mom's freaking out because she knows that's not true. She grabs Allie and they go outside and they get in the car and they're still freaking out and they back out. And when they back out, they hit the sign outside my grandmother's house that has the number 53. Nobody lives there anymore. That's why I'm okay with saying this. I haven't said the street name. But 53 knocks the 5 off. Never replaced that fucking 5. All these years, 5's still gone.
3.
It's just 3.
3.
I mean, there's a slight dark tint where the 5 used to be on the stone.
3.
Mm-hmm. But my mom was fucking terrified. And, like, did I tell you? So, I have a sleep paralysis demon, and he always stands in that corner. And TJ came in here, and we were, like, getting ready for bed, because we always, like, put on pajamas and then smoke. And so he was just wearing his underwear, and he stood in the corner. I was like, that's where my sleep paralysis demon stands. And he went and farted. Like a big fart. And he went, I just crop dusted your fucking sleep paralysis demon. It's like, that'll teach him a lesson. That'll surely teach him a lesson. Thanks, bud. It was really funny. And honestly, kind of romantic.
He did that for you.
He did that for me. Hi, Poopy. What are you doing in there?
Drink water.
She's so cute. Do you have any ghost stories?
My aunt has lived in so many haunted places. Like,
April?
that is Corey,
Oh.
my dad's sister. So many haunted places. There's one specific house. They lived there when my cousin Woogie, which is what we all call him. We all call him Woogie. he was like a baby.
Yeah.
Like toddler. And my cousin Chase didn't exist yet. But in specifically his room, he would wake up and start crying and would tell people about being able to hear a woman screaming. And only in his room. No other room in the house, just his room.
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So, my family owns some land. A little bit more. Mm-hmm. They're not technically my family. Mm-hmm. My family's always been poor. But the siblings got rich quick. My family, my grandmother, just wanted a happy family. And she got that. That's all she ever wanted. She didn't want all this the riches that her sisters had. And so, I don't know what the fuck Bowie's doing out there, but I don't like it. Anyways, they own some land. Burnt down, built up again. Burnt down, been built up again. All of my family is buried at this house. Mm-hmm. Or at least the part of my family. My Aunt Ginger's buried at this house. It is the most intimidating thing to look at on the planet. The house feels like it's looming over you. It's not that big, but it feels like it. Mm-hmm. I went there when I was little. When it was just the frame and the cement from a freshly rebuilt, burnt down house that my family was fixing up for like the 11th time. This fucking house was old as shit, man. Old as shit. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. It just doesn't feel right at all. And, we walked in, and you could see it was dark outside, and it was, like, empty. And, like, you could see the outside through the frame. And my mom was going over the story. And as she was saying everything, I know that it's like an empty frame of a house, just cement and barely any walls. Mm-hmm. And then obviously there's going to be an echo. But this wasn't an echo. I heard everything my mom was saying back to me and to my nanny who was there with us was being whispered in my ear by a different woman's voice. And it was really, really scary. And I didn't want to tell anyone, so I just joked it off and made my mom feel freaked out so that she would take us home quicker. And I have never told anybody about that.
That's terrifying.
I've had shit happen like that a lot. I have a lot of weird little ghost stories. My mom went on a ghost tour date with my stepdad tonight, and she came back and she was like, yeah, it was great. I taught the tour guide a thing or two about the witches in this town. Got it all wrong. My mom is like one of the coven leaders for our coven, so she knows a lot. She's very knowledgeable. Everybody has their specialty, and they've put it on me of being the astrology specialist. Mm-hmm. You know how hard it is to do a chart reading? You know how long that fucking takes?
Probably so long.
So fucking long. It's so much effort. I bitches better be paying me hourly. And I don't have the artistic will to like print out a beautiful like chart. I mean, I guess I can get an iPad and do like a little, like it would pretty easy to do a circle on Procreate with like the pens that you have, and I can make a chart.
You can.
But it's just so dumb. Richmond Vampire.
Yeah.
Richmond.
The Hollywood Cemetery.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You gonna talk about it now, or are you just gonna acknowledge its existence?
No, I don't want to read. It's cool though that Richmond has something.
I was gonna talk about it, but my phone is about to die.
You need a charger, buddy? Okay. A bunny charger.
Okay.
Bunny man. Bunny charger.
Bunny bridge.
Bridge. Hand or dog car can.
Manhandle car door.
I said man or can.
Man or
dog
can.
bark.
Dar bark car man.
Bizarre bark.
Dar man.
We just have a stroke. Together.
A collective stroke.
We just have a stroke. We
totally just stroked.
Oh my god, man.
We stroked everywhere, man.
I stroked.
Oh, fuck.
Is this offensive?
I'm stroking.
Is this offensive?
I don't think so.
I know a lot about strokes. A lot of people in my family have had them. Yeah, my pops was bedridden from a stroke. Now it's sad. Oh god.
Poggers.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell my nanny. So I've decided the middle name of, if I have a son, which probably will, but if I have a son one day, his middle name will be Robert, which is kind of an unfortunate middle name, but my pops' name was Robert. And I love that man, so I need to tell my nanny that I'm naming my kid after her husband, because she always said that if we named our kids after her, she would come back and haunt us. And someone named their kid after her, so I guess I gotta make Pops come and haunt me too. You know?
Yeah, I have a list of very specific things that people are not allowed to do after I die, or I will haunt them and make their life a living hell.
Okay, name my children after you?
No, you can't name your children after me. No take backsies. No twos. Huh? The fuck am I saying?
No twos, okay.
No twos.
Is this like the fives again?
No, I can't. You cannot have a car memorial for me.
A car memorial?
Yeah, people will be like, rest in peace.
Or like a sticker?
My angel.
Like a decal?
Like a decal on
Those
their
are
car.
so fucking
They're
cringe.
so ugly. I will...
No, I'm gonna remember you the way I know how, by finding your stash and smoking it.
Yeah.
With your parents.
I like that you're implying that I'm dying before my parents.
Finding your stash and smoking it. If your parents are alive. Then I'll smoke it with them. If not, I'll be an old person and I'll smoke it.
My dad will probably outlive me.
You're very frail.
I'm so tiny.
I meant like dying. You're all the time.
Yeah. I did go on a date yesterday and I did throw up throughout the date.
But you guys had fun.
As goats.
So, and the sure as shit wasn't a fucking donkey.
Found out that my lovely partner knows nothing about animals. My god.
Like,
looked at a fucking... It was either a llama or an alpaca. I don't know the difference between them. I look at it and I go, huh. In the same way that I look at an emo and I look at an ostrich and I go, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But they look at it and they go, is that a donkey? If you know what a llama looks like, that looks nothing like a donkey.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. And then I look over and I realize it's pissing. And it pissed for like a really long time. And it was standing in this weird stance with like its front legs super close together, but its back legs spread. Just water falling.
My legs feel weird. I hate it. Oh no, high life. I did it again. High life. No, high life.
Knocked high life into my leggy.
Oh god, high life. I'm so sorry.
High life. I'm
Are you
sorry. I'd like to be higher.
Do you want to do a dab, or do you want to smoke flower?
You know what song made me gay and is because I know it from Just Dance? Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne.
Oh my god, yeah. She's like, so whatever.
You can do
so much better. I called that, I didn't know it was called Girlfriend because I couldn't read. And I had a tiny little children's MP3 player, and I said, Mom, I want to listen to Hey Hey You.
That's basically Sweater Weather. Not Sweater Weather. The Sweater Song.
If you want to
it's called Undone, but
sweater.
It's the Sweater Song.
It's literally in parentheses next to the song now. Whoa, 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 hold this strand as I walk away. I walk away. Watch me. Believe it or not, I'm not a virgin.
I don't want
to destroy my sweater. Yeah, cool. We know Weezer lyrics, I promise. Rivers, please don't kill me.
Rivers, is his last name Kimono?
No, it's Kuamo.
Kuamo?
I think that's how you pronounce it. Or Kuamo?
I've never known how to pronounce his last name. It's like some vowels that don't make sense in my mind.
Kuamo?
Kuamo?
I think. Maybe, I don't know. Oh my god, there was so much weed in there.
Yeah, I went to say Rivers Kimono and then was like, wait, a kimono is like a thing. My favorite thing is being that asshole that sings the, like, backup lyrics.
The whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, it's like the, if you want to destroy my sweater part, and then it goes into, the, I don't want to destroy your tank top.
I am number one Weezer fan. Me, number one Weezer fan.
Weezer
Me,
stan.
Weezer. Me, Weezer.
Me, Weezer.
That's my baby right there. I'm so proud I found her. My BONG is a beautiful, gorgeous, all clear glass except for some mushrooms of different colors that glow in the dark. I believe they're decals, but they're under a layer of like a grittier glass. They're very beautiful.
Yeah, I love them. They're adorable.
It glows in the fucking dark. Isn't that so cool?
And some of them are little mushroom houses, and some of them are little mushrooms with faces.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's my favorite thing. I'm so glad. It's a good first bong. Mhm.
Absolutely.
It's small enough that it's portable.
Mhm.
That'll fit into a backpack. Definitely my favorite way to consume weed. I love bongs. I love
you too.
I hate the maintenance. I do like the when I get desperate and smoke resin. It's disgusting, but it's fun. Not cave crickets though. That'd be gross.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was the thing that my dad had told me about, which is apparently when he was a teenager, he would get desperate with weed. He would dump out his bong water and filter the ash that had fallen into the bong water and dry it out and then re-smoke that. And then after like weeks of doing this, he discovered that cave crickets were jumping into his bong. And so in combination with the old ass weed that he's smoking, he was also smoking cave cricket legs.
Mhm. Isn't that disgusting?
That's terrifying.
When I told Brian that story, he went, ugh.
Yeah, no, I'd
Brian's
cry.
my dad.
That is true.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Tall blonde fella.
Definitely did not do a dab with him tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen.
It's kind of funny. He doesn't like asking for things, but he has to be offered. He's kind of like a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to take one so bad when he the other day when he saw us out there taking dabs, and my mom said that he had to be offered, and so I was like, Worm, would you like to offer him?
And Worm is like, fuck yeah, man.
It's like, yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, dude, you've been offered. He's like, okay. He looked really excited. And he was like talking to us about pop culture references, which is how I know he's enjoying his time. He loves him some pop culture. That's for sure. He's a cool dude. Him and TJ would get along really well if they would like hang out.
I like you saying him and TJ would get along, implying that they have never met.
No, they've met. They just don't talk. Because he just comes back here.
That was the most that I've talked to Brian.
Yeah,
and I've played Catan with him.
Yeah, he's not that talkative. I don't talk to him that much either. We talk about weed. Talk about how baby plant's doing. That's Plant Ace now. I got a plant, and it's my plant, and I get all of the stuff from it, and it is baby plant. Like, how big it gets, the other ones will always be bigger. So it's just gonna be baby plant.
Baby plant.
Yeah, it has its own tent for now. My mom is currently growing her, blueberry strain.
Stinky girl lives here.
Yeah, I left that on there. I think she's funny. I have a sticky note on my hamster cage.
Are you referring to the sticky note as a she?
No. When she pops her beetle, when she pops her little head out, it says Sticky Girl is here. Because it's true. She does. I have a sticky note on my hamster cage that says Stinky Girl lives here. Fuck, I'm so sorry, High Life. God damn it, High Life. I'm so sorry.
Shaken babies ruin lives. I don't know if that's... I don't know.
Dumbest things we're scared of is another thing I have.
When I was growing up, I was scared of the number 5.
I talked about that earlier. You didn't say anything.
I didn't, but it is true. I was scared of the number 5. I skipped any number that had the number 5. So it would go like 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Currently watching them try to navigate getting up is hilarious. Like, you know the weird way that meerkats will look around? Like with their head just like spinning? That's what's happening.
Time I got my laptop, I didn't put it back in its spot for like... Actually, I think I just put it back in its spot like a couple of days ago.
Oh, number 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, I would go 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. It would go 24, 26. Like, fully just would not acknowledge his existence. Like, to the point that I think I had to learn through kindergarten that I had to say the number 5. Because we would have tests where we would stand, like, back facing a chart from 1 to 100, and they would see how many numbers we remembered. That's not a vape, that's a lighter. You know the webtoon where it goes from a toothbrush to a razor? That's what I just did.
You were gonna put a lighter in your mouth.
I'm not Victoria's Secret. What the fuck's her name? Veronica? Jessica's...
Megan? Jennifer.
Jennifer's body! Jessica's Secret. Jimbury.
I said Megan.
Megan? You with nothing. Megan?
You know what I'm thinking about?
What?
Pumpkin pie with a Cheez-It crust.
Ew. That sounds disgusting.
I know.
You mentioned pumpkin pie, and now I'm thinking about those fucking pumpkin pie blisters. No. Blizzards.
What the fuck is happening?
Why am I stupid?
Is that a Swisher Sweet?
Is that
what you're doing.
This is
Jewel. You can smoke that.
Where the fuck did my Jewel go?
This is a Mountain Dew. It's alright.
Oh, it's right here. Yay, found it! Woo, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice! Woo, 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 woo.
Ooh, wah, ah, ah. Ooh, wah, ah, ah. Ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah. Ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah. You know, when I do that, I'm not quoting the song. I'm quoting Julian doing that.
Oh.
I'm quoting Julian, quoting the Vine, quoting that song.
Yeah, Dairy Queen's closed, babe.
Fuck Dairy Queen. I hate them. I hate everything they stand for. I
CVS.
want everyone
Wawa.
dead.
Wawa.
We can't fucking get blizzards from CVS.
Wawa.
What flavors does Wawa
I
have?
don't know, but Wawa sounds good.
Look at it. This is me being angry. Can you tell? This is angry. I'm not. Wawa used to have, I hope they bring it back this year, or do bring it back.
French fries?
But no. So yummy, good, delicious. It was pumpkin cheesecake chai tea. It was so good.
This has been the High Life.
Yeah. Clearly, past High Life got very distracted by the concept of ordering food from Wawa.
Yeah.
Which we did in fact do, and we didn't get our fucking fries,
Yeah,
by the way.
no. They didn't have any. It was ridiculous.
The fryer was down. And how the fuck do you sell fries and your fryer is down?
I want you to know that there was an odd smell coming out of my room because the smoothies that we ordered from Wawa that time have been rotting in there, and they spilled on my floor and all over my clothes. So I haven't had clean clothes in months, which is why I need your help creating a Tyler the Creator costume.
Yeah. Okay.
Which will not be in blackface. Not that I need to explain that. Not that I need to explain that.
Definitely not.
Not that I. Oh my God. Sorry, we have a show playing in the background. We watch dating shows. But anyway.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Spooky Shit.
Yeah, High Life. It was supposed to be for Halloween,
It
but
was, and then life happened.
yeah, we're
and
busy.
now we're here. This is also getting uploaded late, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a good night, High Life.
Goodbye.